Assalamu alaikum class. Welcome to online lecture number 4 about data structured in algorithms. Engineer Mohammed Shakir is here for this online lecture related arrays and data analysis. So our last lecture was about asymptotic analysis, which we have covered. I hope you all well understand that topic. So there are some common notations about asymptotic analysis. So for constant it is 1, for logarithm function it is log of n. Here n means data, input data which the algorithm takes. Every time we have n, so that n represents nothing but the input size data which is to be fed in the algorithm. Clear? So we have a linear for n 1 2 3 4, n log n we have, it is, these are the constants and its notation is n log n. Here O represents the number, means in the small brackets we have number resides here. So that number basically tells us the complexity of the algorithm, that how much this algorithm is complex. And for quadratic it is n power 2, for cubic it is n power 3, and for polynomial n input data and 0 of 1 like this, and exponential to 0 power n. So this is the symbols which shows these constants in the asymptotic analysis. So this is, you have to remember, because in exams point of view, like when after graduating you are applying for a position like public sector job, so these notations are very necessary. They are asking which constants have which symbol, so try to remember these notations. Clear? So the main topic of today's lecture is data definition. So data definition defines a particular data with the following characteristics. So it is nothing but a particular data which contains the characteristics like atomic. What does atomic mean? Definition should be define a single concept. Like we have a data that have the characteristics of definition which define a single concept. Like we have sentence. So a sentence means what we, which gives the complete sense, correct? So we must have particular data which gives the concept. Now the second point is traceable. Definition should be able to be mapped to some data element. Mapped, you can say that one-to-one mapping, two-to-two mapping. So something data that could be affected to another data. Like if I am going to search number 5 in the list, so 5 is our data. That data can be traceable, means we can find out where it is in the list, so we can map it. So that is a concept of traceable. Okay, now the third concept is accurate. Definition should be unambiguous. Unambiguous means it is free from any error, or you can say any difficulty. So ambiguous means that data is not clear, means its senses could be anything. Like you understand the way another cannot understand, so that is called ambiguous data. So accurate means that data should be unambiguous. Clear? Okay, the last point is clear and concise. Definition should be understandable. So whatever in the data, it should be understandable. So if atomic, traceable, accurate, clear and concise are characteristics of data. These characteristics are very necessary in order to data definition. Like that data could be defined in the following characteristics. Clear? Okay, what is data object? Data object represents an object having a data. It is a place where we have a data. So it have some, call it some like object have some properties, so we will discuss it later. Okay, the third one is data type. Data type is a way to classify various types of data such as integer like 1 2 3 4, string like ABC, or our special character like comma, full stop. These comes in the category of string and etc., which determines the value. Of course, integer 1 2 3 determines values that can be used with the corresponding type of data. The type of operation that can be performed on the corresponding type of data. There are two data types. Like data type, we have data, so that data is of which type is represented by that data. So we must declare the data type like integer or string or float, and then we place the values of these data. The type of, and yes, we can perform some operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, or searching, sorting, like these operations. Clear? Okay, there are two data types, built-in data type and derived data type. So we will see briefly one by one what is built-in data type. So built-in data type, those data types for which a language has built-in support are known as built-in data types. For example, most of the languages provide the following built-in data types: integer, boolean, floating, character. So these are the standards, okay, that is inserted in any programming language by default. By default means that will be inserted in the time of production. So like we have some basic things which have to be there, like real-time example. If I give you that we have a face built in by God, so that face is okay, it's by the gift of God, but we can modify it in according to our needs, like we make surgeries like these. So on the built-in things we can modify it to an updated version. That version is called derived data type or derived things. So what the drive mean? Those data types which are implementation independent, is they can be implemented in one or the other way, are known as derived data types. These data types are normally built by the combination of primary, like the existing built-in, or built-in data types and associated operations on them. So these are special types of data types which we are making according to our requirement. So for example, we have a list, we have an array, we have a stack, we have a queue. So these all are what? Data type, and its properties are depends on us what we do for it. Clear? So basic operations on these data type. The data in the data structure are processed by certain operations, like we have a sugar cane that is processed, and we have a sugar in the end product. Like same, and data in the data structure are processed by certain operations. The particular data structure chosen largely depends on the frequency of the operation that needs to be performed on the data structure. Like operation traversing. Traversing means to look at the every element in the list. Search means to find out the number. Insert means to insert a particular data. Delete means to delete some data. Sort means to arrange in ascending order or descending order. Merge means to make up to join two or more than elements. So this is the just overview of these operations, but we will discuss in detail what are their meanings in these data structures. Clear? If you want to know about these operations, you can search it by yourself and try to write their definitions. So we have a new topic of the derived data types, arrays, which is a very basic and fundamental topic in the data structure. What is array? Array is a container which can hold a fixed number of items, and these items should be of same type. Same types means their data is same. So it is a container, or you can say it is a place which can hold a fixed number of items. Items means data, and these data should be on the same type. Like if we have an integer, then we have a integer number. If we have a string, then we have a string numbers, string data type. Clear? Okay, second point, most of the data structures make use of arrays to implement their algorithms. So like as I told you in our first slide, n, what is n? N is the input data size. So that input data could be loaded into algorithms in the form of arrays. Clear? Following are the important terms to understand the concept of array. Element. What is element? Each item stored in an array is called an element. Index. Each location of an element in an array has a numerical index which is used to identify the element. So first thing is we have a data. Second thing is index, where that data is in the list. Clear? And the important point to be tell you here that our first element index is start from 0 in an array. Okay, now we are very well known about array. What is array? How we represent this in our life or in our computers, how array is represented. The notation theta n is the formal way to express both the lower bound and the upper bound of an algorithms running them. It is represented as follows. No, this point is not belonging to this. So array can be declared in various ways in different languages. For illustration, let's take C array declaration. C is the computer language. Well, we will cover C++ in our data structure and algorithm subjects. So as you have passed the computer programming subject, so you should have knowledge of C++. First of all, we have a data type integer. This is the name of array. Name of array could be anything according to your requirement, so you can write it what you want. And this is the size of array, means this list contains 10 elements, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So the 35 is placed, its index is 0, its index is 1, its index is 2, 10 index is 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So whatever we have data elements, we have n minus 1 indexes. So you should know about the index of our elements. Clear? Okay, array can be declared in various ways in different languages. For illustration, let's take C array declaration. So yeah, as I told you, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Size is 10, but the numbers are 9, from 0 to 9. So total 0 to 9 size will be 10. As per the above illustration, following are the important points to be considered. Index starts at 0. Array length is 10, which means it can store 10 elements. Each element can be accessed via its index. For example, we can fetch an element 8, index 6 is 9. So we have a 6 index here, that is number is 27. Clear? So we have these basic operations. Following are the basic operations supported by an array. Traverse, print all the array elements one by one. Insertion adds an element at a given index. Deletion deletes an element at a given index. Search, so all or the functions operations are performed by the index wise. Search searches an element using the given index or by the value. Update an element at a given index. Like we have a 5 in the list, so we want to replace is 6, then 5 will be replaced by 6. That value is updated. So that is our end of lecture of the topic data analysis and arrays. So we will come up with next lecture soon, so go through these and give me feedback about these lectures. Okay, Allah Hafiz.